Hey YouTube, what's going on everybody? Welcome to yet another video on my channel. On today's video I'm gonna walk you through on how to pose man, or more correctly how I pose myself when I shoot self-portraits, or how I pose my clients when I do clients work. And I'll try to make this video as much as informative as I can, so you can learn the basics and the let's say concepts and ideas that I use to make an interesting photos. And I've talked about this in my previous videos, that I think that posing is maybe the most crucial thing that makes a photo either boring or interesting. So today I'll be shooting urban style photos. It's not an exotic location, not something special or regular downtown area, and I promise you that by the end of this video you'll have all the information and the knowledge that you need to start and taking great male photos. So without further ado, let's go. Now the first thing that I really love to do in my photos is that I love to use sharp angles with the limbs of the model, which I think is more flattering for men than curvy poses that are more flattering for women. And my first tip for you for today is creating sharp angles using the limbs of the model. My second tip is always to stay in movement, and this is one of the things that I always say to my clients to do, is to always move, always to have some motion during the photo shoot and not just to stand still, because it makes the photograph more dynamic and give that feeling of motion and make it feel like it's almost alive. And when it's done properly, when you look at the photograph, you almost want the model to move. So let me show you a few examples of how I do it. Okay guys, so we got to the third tip for today, and this is to interact and touch the things that you have within your reach. It means your t-shirt, your glasses, your hair, your hat if you have one with you. And once again, all of those things are meant to make the photo more dynamic, more alive, maybe to deliver a story better. If you're waiting for someone, then you're just standing and leaning against the wall, or if the sun hits your face, then you're like touching your glasses or your hat. And I just want to show you a few quick examples of how I do it. There's not really much to show here, but I just want to show you how touching stuff, as I mentioned before, will make your portraits or your male posing more interesting. Now before we proceed to the last part, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, which is myself. So please, if you like this video, hit the like button, help a brother out, win the algorithm, and of course write your comments down below. So the fourth and the last tip I want to share with you today is something that I use almost in every session with every client, and it's crossing limbs. And usually what I ask my clients or my models is just to hold their hands, maybe touch their shoulder, maybe cross their legs. And it creates those unique poses, especially for men, which in my opinion are much more interesting and complimenting than just standing like this. And for the last time for today, let me demonstrate you what I mean. Now before we wrap up this video guys, I just want to show you where I was shooting today. And I want to do this because I want to show you that you don't need to go to a lot of locations and places to make great photos for clients and for yourself. We were shooting here on the bridge near the stairs, near the fence, somewhere here, and here. And we got like, I think, pretty much good photos, at least in my opinion. I still didn't edit it, but from what I saw in the camera, it was really good. And it only proves that if you know how to pose your model or your client or even yourself, if you're making self-portraits, you can make really interesting and dynamic photos. Now, if you're not that creative or you don't know where to start, you can always go to Pinterest or some other places when you can get inspiration, maybe Instagram. I personally love Pinterest because there's a lot of inspiration boards out there. And actually a lot of the poses that I use in my photo shoots, I saw them first on Pinterest. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and of course subscribe. Don't forget to write down your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.